What's up, guys? It's John, and today we're going to be talking about concerts that are happening this month in Japan. I'm really freaking stoked about this. Hopefully we're going to get this video out really early because there's a lot of really cool shows happening early this month. And as always, we have Howard and Choka here as well, going to give us some advice on some shows that they would suggest. But for now, I've got 3 of my own suggestions, and then after this, I'm going to give you guys a couple of extra ones because there's just too many good concerts this month in Japan. We got to talk about them, so let's get into it. So the first one that we have is actually a pretty awesome concert. This is from Shinjuku Anti-Knock, and this is Dim Ray's headlining one. This is Sheer Heart Attack Volume 16. I love that they call their concerts volumes, by the way. But there's a lot of really awesome bands on this bill. Dim Ray's is one of my favorite bands right now. They are crushing it, and honestly, I think they're going to be one of the next bands to ascend to a not only national touring, but hopefully global and going into America in different areas as well too. It's going to be an amazing stacked bill, and honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these 8 bands. So if you buy tickets for this in advance on Live Pocket, it's about 3,000 yen plus a drink ticket, and then if you get it at the doors, it's about 3,500 yen plus a drink ticket as well too. And again, that one is on July 16th. It's a Wednesday, so if you're there and you've got a midweek free time, and you can go to it. If you're staying in Tokyo, Shinjuku's not far at all. Get out there, go to this concert, see some amazing bands. The next one we're going to talk about, Phantom Sita. They're actually playing Tokyo City Dome Hall. That is on the 21st. So Tokyo City Dome Hall has actually changed their name to Kendeva Hall. If you guys are out there on the 21st of July, they're an amazing band. I actually got to see them live not too long ago when they toured in the States, and they have such a cool kind of dark style to themselves, but for J-pop, they are wildly unhinged, and I love it. The last one I want to talk about on here before we pass it over to Howard and Choka, this one is the very last day of July. It's at Shibuya Cyclone, and one of my favorite bands ever is playing there, Sailing Before the Wind. I absolutely love this band. They are amazing. They have such energy, and they're just the actual to the freaking headliners, which is Babyface, the wild band, man. And honestly, this is going to be such a massive, heavy concert. There's also Crows Alive, which I haven't actually heard them yet, but I am going to be checking them out. I'm stoked about this show, man. It's going to be extremely heavy. It is in Shibuya Cyclone, which is kind of like an underground area. This one, doors open at 6:30, and the show actually starts at 7. It is 3,400 yen in advance, plus a drink ticket, or 3,900 at the doors, plus a drink ticket. And again, man, Sailing Before the Wind. It's going to be an amazing concert. Please go check them out if you're there towards the end of the month. Let me know if you guys do, but for right now, freaking passing it over to our homies in Japan, living the life I could only dream of, Howard and Choka. Freaking swipe it!
Thanks, John, and welcome back to another one of our special videos where we tell you all about the live house music that is happening here in Tokyo and the surrounding area in July of this year, 2025. Hi, Choka.
Hello.
So I'm going to be telling you about some of the band events that are going on, and Choka's going to be telling you about some of the idol events as well. So you got a bit of a choice to pick from. And Choka, you're going to start us off with the first one, aren't you?
Yes. So the first show I want to talk about here is on July 6th. It's going to be at a place called Kinema Club, which is a super great venue. This is a great place to check out if you're wanting to go check out the live house scene. And this is going to be an idol circuit show. It's called Awesome New Idol Live.
Great name.
Yes, awesome name. And I will be there. Doors open at 11:30, and I will be performing around 6:15ish. So hope to see you there.
Thanks very much for that. And on the 12th of July, we have an event called Metamorphose Festival, nice long name, in Shimokitazawa at the Mosaic venue. A really nice, good sounding venue with lots of room. Just a really good place to have a show like this where we have so many acts. Now, there's a lot of names that you might see coming up quite often on the band scene who you might have heard of online, who again will be here. Bands like Lumerize are going to be there, Disconnect Sandrillion, Emanon, Mellows, My Little Devil, but as well as that, there's a couple of bands who I also want want to recommend. One is Akara. I've spoken about them a couple of times before. This is a band who introduced like Japanese traditional music like shakuhachi, the flute, and koto, the big stringed instrument, into a real hard rock metal kind of sound. They're very fun, kind of like Wagaki band, but heavier. And then on top of that as well, we got a band called Roman Squall, who I first got to know in Osaka. They're going to be playing at this venue. They are a really interesting band. Definitely one to watch, throwing a little bit of a bit of an interesting sound as well, with some keyboards, and we've got a great singer and a really interesting approach to heavy rock. So you're going to get a lot of those big loud rock bands that I know a lot of online fans enjoy, but with a bit of a twist. Some of that attitude that makes Japanese bands so interesting, those unique quirky sounds that make you go, these bands are a bit different. Definitely one to watch. It opens up at 11:30 and runs through until about 10 p.m. So you're getting a whole day's worth of material as well. This is one that I would highly recommend for only 4,000 yen. So I would say definitely worth checking out. But on the same day...
So, this next festival I want to talk about is going to be on the 12th and 13th, the Sunday. So if you are interested in idol gigs, this is a great place to start. This is going to be a 2-day circuit festival. A lot of the big idol groups in the area are going to be performing there. This is called Spark 2025. And it's going to be in the Shibuya area. It's going to involve about 8 different live houses. So if you wanted to check that out. So a lot of different groups will be performing there. 2 days. You probably get like a wristband or something, and so you can go into all of the venues and check out the entire event if you would like to. So this is an awesome place. Go check out a bunch of idols. And back to you, Howard.
Nice one, nice one. And next up on the 25th, which is a Friday, there is an event at Daisy Bar. Daisy Bar, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary with some really cool shows. And the one they have got is featuring a little favourite of ours, Caramel Candid, who are performing alongside another band called Hideout. This is a really great opportunity to see 2 bands who are upcoming and have got some really cool content online. So you can check out new music videos, especially from Caramel Candid, who've been putting out a lot of media. Great opportunity to see bands who are on the rise with interesting concepts in a very small and quite a homely sort of venue. It's one of those ones where you get really quite up close to the stage. You know, there's a great atmosphere in there. It certainly is that feeling of being in a sort of smaller, much more local feeling live house. And again, it's right in the middle of Shimokitazawa, so you still get to enjoy all of that Shimokitazawa culture, as well as seeing 2 great bands in quite a unique venue. But as we're coming up to the end of the month, we have another event the next day, on 26th and 27th, the Saturday and the Sunday. This is a 2-day festival. Now, this is happening just down the road in Yokohama, which is technically another city, but basically it's just part of the Tokyo transit zone, so it's fine there. This is a huge event though. It's called Muro Festival. It is going to be over the course of 2 days, like I say, and there are so many bands performing here. Just to give you an idea, on the first day we have the band Chakra, who a lot of people have been hearing recently, who've been bringing a really interesting kind of lo-fi pop rock vibe, alongside Passcode, who are an alt idol group with a very heavy and produced sound. You know, that's the pure range of kind of craziness you get on the first day. But then we move on to the second day. You've got Trident, Haku, Humpback, Moshimo, a lot of really big name bands who are performing there. And when I say big name bands, maybe not the ones who are super famous internationally, but if you've been paying attention to a lot of the bands who are doing well domestically inside of Japan, those bands who it's really cool to get excited about, who maybe your other friends from overseas might not have heard about, this is a really good opportunity. There's going to be a big audience there. There's going to be a lot of Japanese music fans there as well. So I think it's also going to be a great opportunity to meet a lot of other domestic fans of the music scene, because as I say, a lot of the bands performing here are bands who are doing really well inside of Japan right now, really sort of hot properties. So I think this is definitely one that I would recommend going to. The tickets are currently available. There is an acoustic stage on both days as well, so if you're getting a little bit, you know, overly worked up from all the excitement, you can go chill out at the acoustic stage as well. It's starting really early in the day. They're running from 9 o'clock. It's going to be 2 full days of epic music. As far as festivals go, this is one that I would wholeheartedly recommend, and as I say, it's just right down the road from Tokyo City Centre. Just get on the train, go straight to Yokohama. 2 days of amazing music. But we're going to add something else extra onto the end of this, because very often we put out these videos in the first couple of days of July, or first couple of days of the month, which means that maybe you'll miss anything that happens in the first or second day of the month. Well, Choco's got something really special happening on the second day of August. Am I getting that right?
That's right. And on that Saturday, My friend Yurapiko will be performing in something called the Atsugi Ayu Matsuri. This is in Atsugi, which is in the prefecture next to Tokyo, so it shouldn't be a long trip out for you guys. And she will be emceeing and performing there. She is a musical artist, she's an idol, she's a rock idol, so if you are interested in getting to know the musicality of J-pop, this is a great place to come meet her. And she will also be performing in US Idol Fest in the fall. She's been to a bunch of different countries, super foreigner-friendly gig, and also you'll be able to experience the culture of Matsuri here in Japan as well.
Thanks very much for that. And yeah, actually, to be honest, I think it's really cool to be here during the Matsuri season, during the autumn, the end of summer, because there's just a lot of like local festivals happening. There's a good party atmosphere, a lot of events just happening as a general.
Good food?
Good food? Well, there's always good food, but even more good food. It is going to be super hot though, so do not bring a jacket. You're not going to need, even when it rains, you're not going to need that jacket.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated, yes, that as well. So it's going to be hot, but it's going to be great summertime vibes, I think. So a lot of cool events, and there'll be more events in the rest of August, which we'll be coming back to tell you about next month in the next one of this series. July looks exciting.
Yes.
So let's see what we have to hear about July from John!
Dear God! Okay, that was amazing, man. They had a lot of really cool suggestions. I hope they're okay. Please go check out Howard's YouTube channel with Choka. They're both amazing people, and I really hope to get to see Choka perform live next time I'm there. Hopefully I could schedule something around that, because I know that they do one big concert every month, and I would love to go see that one. They're wild, dude. Everything I've been seeing from their band is so freaking cool, dude, and everything I've heard about it is amazing. They're legit two of my favorite people. They're awesome, and I'm really stoked to have them working on this with me. A couple of honorable mentions that I want to throw out here really quick. First of all, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I'm a huge fan of Jin from BTS, and he's actually playing in Chiba and in Osaka. So talking about the Osaka one, because it's a really quick bullet train ride from Tokyo, this is on July 13th. And if you guys can't make it all the way out there to Osaka, or if it's sold out, they're actually online streaming this live. He's going to be in Japan. It's such a cool moment for him, but it's Jin from BTS, and I freaking love that guy. And another one, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this. This is Bandmade. They're going to be playing at the Toyotsu Pit on July 12th. It's Bandmade, obviously one of the greatest freaking rock/metal bands in the world, in my opinion. They're an insane group, and if you do have the chance to go see them, make sure you do so. If you guys are needing tickets or you need advice on how to get tickets to any of these concerts, please reach out to me and I will help you guys in any way I can. If you're going out to Japan to support the music scene out there, I am all for helping you out for this. So thank you guys for checking this one out. Again, thank you very much to Howard and Choka. I cannot thank them enough for doing this. Hopefully soon we'll have some bands on here to actually introduce themselves to you guys whenever we're talking about shows. Just shoot us a message, man. Any way we can help get these musicians in front of more people, that's what we're here for. Thanks for checking this one out. Hope you're having a blessed day or night, whatever time it is you're watching this. Spread some positivity out there. Be kind to each other. And if y'all need anything at all of my socials are at JohnReavesLive. Send me a message and I will catch y'all then. Freaking toodles.